Para el amoníaco, muy bien. Y aquí está. En algún lugar, aquí. ¿De dónde viene el amoníaco? ¿Quién recuerda? ¿Quién recuerda de dónde viene esto? ¿Alguien? ¿Recuerdas? ¿Qué hacen los
We are
peces?
going to be working on aquaponics in my classroom, and we have a fish tank set up. Today we got the fish and we're getting ready to put the plants in there. The plants will be in plastic containers with these, not holes exactly, but openings. What they'll be learning is in some habitats, some organisms can do well, some not so well, and some just don't live at all. We have the new science FOSS kits that we're supposed to teach, and so those take up a lot of time. And with my school being a Spanish immersion school, there's that extra added level of vocabulary that needs to be front-loaded and experimented with, and the kids get familiar with it so that they're able to express themselves with all that scientific vocabulary in Spanish, which is not their native language. So it gets really interesting.
Tienes la agua como aquí y pues las cosas va a tener la agua va a
Claro que sí. Exactamente. Excelente observación.
Even though we teach math and English starting from 3rd grade, I think we've done a lot of reading in science, and there's all that new vocabulary that they've learned, and I think it's really helpful. I mean, they're learning words I probably didn't know until 6th or 7th grade. So I think it's really interesting in that way, and I feel like the students have really grown with all the things that we've done with this project. The little we've done with the project thus far, and what the project-based learning we had done before is really an interesting way for the kids to kind of get in there, get their hands in there, doing things and learning in the process. There's a lot of opportunities for questions that they ask and I don't answer and let them kind of figure it out. I try to guide them as best as I can, but I think with the open-ended questions and the open-ended research they're doing and inquiry, it's really helpful, and they're just able to learn on their own, and I'm just kind of letting them do their thing and watching them as they're going along. So I think it's really helpful. And I don't know if it's the way that I've presented it or if it's just my natural curiosity and love for science. I think it's been really good, and one of the things that I really like is kind of getting that crossover between the 4 of them, where it's not just, okay, we're in math and we're just doing math. Well, we're doing science, but we can do all this measuring and we can figure out the volumes and how much water we need and how much water has decreased with the fish tank and the mason jars that we're gonna do. So I think that crossover, that unification or putting it together is really helpful because we do a lot of reading in science, and we get to add the math, and they're learning that extra component of math within the science, and they're going to be building some things, so they're getting that engineering in there as well. So, and the technology, I think it's really interesting and helpful for the students.